Welcome to Shikama's Ministry of Truth. I'm trying out new brands. Produced by Boundless Enterprise LLC in association with Nevada Legal something. Anyway, this video is called, of course, another case of shopping while black. So we have a teenager in college at a work-study program in college. Of course, the school is already taken care of. The school bill itself is already taken care of. He lives with his mother. He has absolutely no bills. So he takes his work-study money and purchases a Feragamo belt at Barney's of New York. He lives in New York. While he is at the store, when he goes to purchase the belt, the attendant or clerk or cashier asks to see his license to prove that he, in fact, is the owner of the account. Well, pause for 1 second. He purchases the belt via debit card, which is a debit transaction, which requires a PIN number. So don't forget that, right? And she still asks to see an ID. He purchases the belt, and he gets not even a block away from the store, and he is arrested by undercover New York NYPD police, right? And they say, point blank, how can a young man such as yourself, I don't think they said this. This is what the news is reporting. I'm pretty sure they probably said, how can a nigger afford a nice belt? That's how I think it went down. But of course, the news reports it as they saying, how can a fine young gentleman like yourself afford such a nice belt? The belt in question costs $350. It is, of course, a Ferragamo belt, right? It's a designer belt. It's a high-end designer belt. Now, let me get into that because we have two sides of the two opinions on that. We have the strict black movement that says he's stupid for buying the belt in the first place, giving his hard-earned money over to I don't know if it's the white man or period, that he should never purchase a belt that costs $350. Now, when you are Donald Trump, $350 is nothing, and the quality that you're looking for is probably going to be around $350 in a belt anyway. When you are Trayon, what is his name? Trayon. It's not Trayvon as the Young Turks said. Trayon Christian, who saved up to, I don't know, I haven't done work study in a long time, but I don't know how long it takes to save $350. I mean, in the real world, $350 is just a few days. So it's nothing. But I don't know what it is in work study. Now, there were reports coming out from certain news organizations saying that he got the money from drug dealing. I mean, if you want to talk about a racist nation, this story, reporting this story reflects on the nation itself. These news organizations saying that he got the money through drug dealing. He's an engineering student at NYU, I believe. The kid is a fantastic kid. So he was arrested, taken to jail, and then when they called the bank, of course the bank said, yes, of course, we already confirmed this because Barney's already confirmed it in the store. So, and then Barney's had the temerity to say that they have nothing to do with the arrest, blah, blah, blah. So, but the police walked up and said, how did a fine young man like yourself afford a belt like this? Show us what's in your bag and blah, 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 and proceed to go like that. They made no bones about why they were arresting him and stopping him. And, of course, he and his family are suing, but he returned the belt in a couple of days and vowed to never shop at Barney's. Now, for all black people, Barney's should be a no-go of never, ever to shop there, okay? This is economic. So, what do you do with the racists? You don't get all mad, you don't cry, you don't have marches. you never ever shop there. That's a no-brainer. You don't spend your money with racists. And Barney is racist. And no, there's no sugarcoating this. There's no anything else. I believe one of the stars say that they shop there all the time. Okay, well, you're a star. They're going to know who you are. They're going to know that you have money, and they're going to be happy that you're there. And they're going to be go out of their way to actually publicize that you shop there so that other Nimrods can shop there. But when you have Trayon Christian shopping there, and okay, for a debit transaction, it requires a PIN to even solidify the purchase. You need a PIN number to solidify the purchase. So you do not, by law, and a lot of the credit card companies and banks tell the retailer to not ask for ID, and that is the custom going on today. I don't know if every credit card does that, but I know a lot of retailers who are told to not ask for ID because it is insulting to white people. I'm not trying to make this this is a racial story. There's no way to not make this a racial story. They called the police on this guy and arrested him because he's black. This is New York. This is the Democrats. So, for all of you black people who think the Democrats are just so hunky-dory and they're just so awesome and they are for black people, you're an idiot. Barney's is supposedly liberal, and they're in New York, and they're supposedly one of the good democratic liberal people stores. And the manager said, oh no, that is customary. That is not customary in Barney's to ask for ID for a debit transaction. That's not customary. I've never been asked if I have gone to a retail store and they say credit or debit and I say debit, they do not ask for an ID. In fact, if they even form their lips to say ID and I say debit, they go, oh, okay, no problem. Why? Because it's it requires a PIN number for the transaction to go through. And that PIN number goes directly to the bank, and the bank itself verifies through the transaction whether or not it is good. So Barney's is named in a lawsuit, and I hope he ends up with the entire Barney's store. And I hope he then turns around and, goes and purchases from some black store. All right. Tell me what you think, and thank you for watching the Shikama Ministry of Truth. I'm still working out the name.